Greetings. I believe we all are doing pretty good. It's still your host, Charity, on her employment experience part 3, titled Employer/Employees Palaver and Relationship. How I was fired by Boss A. And that great and beautiful morning, I was already in the office. Boss A came and called me to his office, gave me seat, called Boss B and gave him seat as well. Then I knew something was up, but could not place my hand on what exactly it was. I never knew it was my sack because I wasn't expecting it. All my mind was that I was going to live there myself when I must have gotten another job. But no, he said he could not pay me anymore. Boss A was not a poor man. He was very rich. A rich boss. Paying me wasn't the problem at all because my salary wasn't even up to what he spends in a meal. Note, he did not lay any other staff off. Just me and me alone. Something wasn't right. Tears covered my eyes, but I was holding myself never to drop it in their presence. Boss B was so cold. You could see from his looks that he wasn't in support of the plans. But he wasn't the one paying my salary. So it seemed his hands were tied. When Boss B was addressing me, I told him, "Sir, I understood everything and how it played out." Then I stood up, went to my table to pack my things. I was doing that talking to myself. I called myself by my local name. I told myself, God is aware of everything and in control of it all. And this one wasn't exceptional. He is in charge of it too. And then I went home heartbroken. I know some of you would wonder why I was heartbroken. Isn't the same job where she was bullied and underpaid? Yes, it was. I was just an upcoming employee. I had that low mentality of, hey, I don't want to be sacked. I don't want to be associated with failure. But who cares? I don't want people to know I was fired. They might misunderstand and judge me wrongly. And so what if they judge you wrongly? I know I'm talking to someone out there right now. You, an employee, who is experiencing what I had experienced. And you are still afraid of what people will say at this time. When you know you did the right thing before God and before man, don't mind whatever people that refused to understand you say. Because it doesn't matter. What matters is what God and people that understood you said. And these people, only should you be afraid of their judgments. You see, whenever it seemed as though God is silent over your problems and challenges, two things are involved. Either you've deviated from whom you were to whom you're not, or that you're too comfortable in that uncomfortable zone, and God needed to uproot you from there and place you where suits your status at that moment. And when this happens, as an employee, you'll be sacked. Please, don't be too weary. Rather, you thank God, because He saw things you did not see that would have swallowed you. He had conversations you could not hear that would have finished you. He saw, He heard, and He made moves you would not make, just to save you from that uncomfortable zone which you've made comfortable as your place of work. Listen, Just know today that every job termination you get is a great stepping stone to your upliftment. I want to let you know that whenever you lose your job, the next you get is always better than the former. Sure you get. Let's continue. I got home and I was encouraged by my beloved ones. After some days, I started to look out for what next to do. Then I remembered one of the boss A's friend. He sometimes visits the office and he was very nice to me. He gives me money whenever he visited. I saw genuine likeness from him to me, just like Boss B. I called him and pleaded if he could help me get a job. He was very happy to hear from me. He asked me to come to his office the following day. I visited his office. He wanted to know why I was sacked. I told him nothing happened, that he only said he could not pay me anymore. He was very shocked because he knows his friend is very rich, just like he is too. He persuaded me to say the truth of what really happened, but I never wanted to tarnish Boss A's image, so I refused to tell him. Not until he told me that Boss A said that I don't know anything, that all I knew is just how to follow men, and that was the reason he sacked me. Hey, you know what? Jeez, I was dumbfounded to the bone. Then I had to let the cat out of the bag. I spilled everything. And he was very mad at Boss A's attitude towards me because he knew everything I said was the truth. He promised to get me a job. And he did. He did got me a job. One day, he called to give me the address of the office of my supposed new job. Due to his person and his relationship with the MD of the organization, the job was already seen to be mine. Then he told me, if you're asked why you left your former job, just tell them your former employer relocated to Dubai. Whoa! I wasn't comfortable with this arrangement at all. Reason number one, I find it very difficult to lie. 2, is a small world, and the man in question, Boss A, is well known to some extent. Someone might know him, or even the MD of the new organization might know him. I pleaded with him so I could say the exact reason Boss A gave for disengaging me, which was that he could not pay me anymore. But he said no, it wasn't a good one. And he assured me that the MD of the organization is his friend and he's very sure he does not know Boss A. I needed the job. With confusion in my head and fear in my heart, I decided to stick to the plans. Then the scheduled date for the interview came. I was able to locate the office without stress. What a beautiful office. Classy. Exactly like my dreamed office. It was a gigantic building with the name of the organization boldly written on it. The compound was as neat as whatever you could imagine. The staircase was beauty itself. Nice flowers, great artworks, and wonderful aroma added beauty to the buildings. Starting from the staircase to the reception, down to the offices, spoke of high class. Walking up from the staircase to the reception, I was very happy because I thought I was going to work with them. That was what I thought. But no, I never did. Stay tuned to know why I never worked with that great organization and what happened after. It's still a talk show with Charity on her employment experience. Subscribe, comment, like, and share. DM me if you want your own story to be told, either as an employer or an employee. Love you. Let love lead. Love is the greatest. Bye for now.